Tipton, Oklahoma is a small agricultural town right in the heart of Tornado Alley. A large storm is brewing, and signs are pointing to a potential twister in the area. Storm chasers gather in anticipation of a massive supercell. One of those chasers is Andy Gabrielson.
It was pretty exciting to get ready to chase that day. We had a feeling that it was going to be big.
Gabrielson has been tracking this weather pattern for days, and it's led him to Tipton.
We came to the town. It seemed like a pretty small, peaceful little town. It just had a four-way intersection where we went through. Immediately after going through that four-way intersection, we saw the large tornado on the other side of Tipton.
Tornado near Tipton.
Storm photographer Dick McGowan and his team were also on the tornado's trail.
We thought it was going to be a pretty big day. We just had like a gut feeling, I guess you could say.
McGowan and Gabrielson know each other well, but on this day they are chasing the storm separately. McGowan's team arrives on the scene, and they're excited by what they see.
As we moved just east of Tipton, we looked to our right, and there it was, just a large, violent tornado.
Oh, tornado on the ground! Tornado! Right there! I got it!
The tornado emerged from the rain, and it was just tearing stuff up. You could hear the loud roar, and you really only hear those loud roars with EF4 or greater tornadoes.
Wow!
McGowan decides to get as close as he can to the tornado.
It was right to our south, and we were trying to get up real close to it. It was less than a quarter mile away, so there's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of pure chaos going on right at that moment.
The men drive right up to the edge of the tornado. Now they're standing toe-to-toe with an EF4 behemoth.
The tornado sounded like a loud roar, like a constant thunder, and you only really hear those in violent tornadoes, and I've only actually heard that a few times.
The tornado passes directly in front of the men. Then it continues on its destructive path. Only a few hundred yards north, Andy Gabrielson is trying to head it off.
The tornado was keeping a pretty solid track straight, north-northeast. It was just a matter of getting up alongside it and being able to get closer.
Gabrielson takes a side road in order to close in on the twister. It crosses the road in front of it and continues on. Gabrielson knows he has to act fast so that he can stay with it.
Right after I had gotten close to that tornado, my immediate thought was, okay, now I've got to get back on the main road and continue to follow beside this tornado.
Gabrielson slams his car into reverse and steps on the gas. But he hits a bump and loses control. McGowan watches helplessly as the car flips and rolls.
Andy! Oh no, Andy!
Fortunately, McGowan and his team are close behind.
I saw him backing up, and I saw sheet metal kind of flying in the air. Next thing I know, I see his car flip, and I was just like in pure panic. That's my friend right there. He's in danger, and I've got to get to him.
McGowan rushes to Gabrielson's vehicle to help.
It seemed like the muddy roads that we were driving on took hours to drive on to get up to Andy. I just ran as fast as I could over there and yelled towards him.
Gabrielson is trapped inside his vehicle as he waits for help to arrive.
Andy, okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Finally, McGowan's team pulls Gabrielson out of his wrecked SUV. Luckily, he's okay.
I had my seatbelt on, and everything worked out fine. I had my side airbags, they deployed, so everything turned out okay. I didn't even damage any of my equipment.
Now that Gabrielson is all right, the chase continues.
I asked Andy if he was comfortable with continuing chasing, and of course, Andy's got a huge passion, so he definitely wanted to keep chasing, so we grabbed all of his equipment, and on the chase we go.
I was extremely fortunate that there was a multitude of storm chasers out there that day, that so many people not only stopped to help, but somebody actually offered just for me to just hop in their vehicle and continue chasing with them.
Gabrielson and his fellow chasers have tracked countless weather events, but the Tipton tornado is one they will never forget.
Andy! Oh no, Andy!